Today we're creating 3 simple interchanges in Cities Skylines 2 that you can use in the early game prior to reaching the vanilla intersections, as these are going to be locked behind a minimum of 8 development points, as you'll need to unlock advanced road services, highways, large roads, and then finally intersections to use them, which is the equivalent to a level 4 city, and that's assuming that you don't want to use points in other areas first, such as public transport, education, or parks. Now, the 3 intersections that we're going to be looking at are the trumpet intersection that connects a 3-way highway, a basic T intersection to transport from highways to other areas, and the partial Clover. And the version that we're going to be doing today will actually be more efficient than the vanilla version when it's unlocked, as we won't be crossing traffic unnecessarily. And as we are new to City Skylines, I do ask, if you find this guide helpful, please do hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know that you want to see more of this content. So let's get into it. And I should also mention that for this we are driving on the right hand side, though you can mirror these to do it left hand side as well. So first, let's look at the T intersection. Rather than trying to cross one another, we're going to be dipping one road beneath the highway whilst the other crosses over via the bridge, unlike the vanilla intersection that we have available later on. In my opinion, it's clean and eliminates any needless crossing, which greatly helps traffic flow. And for these, I'll show you how to connect them with highways, though you can use this with different road types for different uses should you wish. Also, we are going to be placing the initial layouts with 2-lane roads or gravel lanes, and the reason for this is they allow zoning, which actually makes it a great reference point for when referring to the layouts, whereas when we use highways, it doesn't, unfortunately. So first we're going to be placing down our horizontal highway. We'll do this for each of our intersections, and then we're going to be building off of that. And here we are with our highway. This is what we're going to be working on. And the first thing that we want to do is just grab a normal lane. Or 2-lane road, I should say. We're going to use the straight tool mode, and roughly where we want our junction to be, we're going to run this down 24 meters and then across 64 meters. This will show us the grid here, and from here we're going to make sure that we have 4 blocks available, and we also want 2 in the middle. From here we're going to go down 64 meters, and we'll do the same on the opposite side. And at this point we can delete the above crossing that we'd made. From here we're going to go across 2 more to here, and this section's going to, once we get to 56 meters, lift up like so. On the opposite side we're going to do the same, but we're going to drop down. At this point, we're going to run this across a total of 136 meters. We can actually reduce this should we wish to. And we're going to go down on this one by 136 as well. However, we're going to go down to 20 meters depth at this point. Before we get any further ahead with those, we're also going to sort out the lanes here. We're going to take the curve tool, and we're going to take the outer section, and we're going to run this all the way to the top and then across to, I don't know, it doesn't really matter at this point, it's where you prefer, but I'm going to go 73 meters here, and I'm going to try and do roughly the same. It might be a few meters out on this side as well. So yeah, 76 meters, that'll do fine. We're now going to grab our 2-lane road again, and we're going to drop under the surface this time. And here we're going to run this 32 meters and then across at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to bring this up to 10 meters at that point. And here we're going to run it in front of the highway here that's bridging the highway. And we're going to go up to the top, so 64 meters, and then we'll go 56 across as well. At this point, we're going to do the same. We're going to go 32 across, and we're going to bring this all the way over to the end section where the road's coming up. And we're now going to do the same, but we're going to go down. I believe it was 64 meters, but we'll go down to 63. And at this point, we can choose to join the road where we want. Let's say 94 meters here, and then on this one, 95. The further out it goes, the smoother the intersection here. Now at this point, we can start doing the direction, should we wish. But I like to start off with here, just running a line across so that it's straight. And then in this section, we're going to grab our highways. We're going to, because we're doing right-hand drive, we're going to be bringing a highway down. Actually, this could be just a two-way. That'll be nice. We're making sure that we've got a 2 grid space there. We're going to do the same on the other side as well, but obviously this time traveling in the opposite direction. From here, we're going to grab our 1 lane, the curve option. We're going to go across and pull that up to there. And we're going to, on this section here, just off the road, we're going to do the same going in the opposite direction. We'll repeat it here and over here as well. And now we're pretty much ready. All we need to do is change the direction. So we're going to take our upgrade tool. We're going to be using the one-way highway lane here, and we're going to upgrade this so this is in line. We'll do the same here. If your direction is the wrong way, just drag the line across. I thought right click would work, but apparently it's not, so perhaps I need to activate that. And there we go, that is the T section. The T section that's available in the game, if we just quickly compare it, slightly larger, but does the same thing. The only difference is that rather than us going under, these 2 lines cross in the middle. It looks kind of nice, but when you're doing this manually, it's a little bit more of a pain to do. There you go, a very quick and easy T-junction. Also, one thing that I forgot actually is we have a 3-lane motorway all the way along here, or highway. We can replace the middle section with a 2-lane, and that's just going to make everything flow much nicer because anything turning off is going to be in the first lane, and the other 2 lanes are going to continue on until after the intersection. And we can do that over here as well. Nice and simple. So that's another thing that you might want to do for better flowing traffic. Anyway, let's jump over to the trumpet interchange. Now this junction's particularly good at mixing highways together. So going from a south and northbound motorway straight onto a east and westbound one. And the great thing about this is that it distributes high traffic volume, so it can be very good for the outer city lines. Now we're going to start off with this road. We're going to want to be in parallel and have a single block between, and we're going to run this down 64 meters. And then from here we can remove the parallel. I'm just going to place that there. And we're going to now delete this line. We're going to go back into the parallel. But for this, we are actually going to do the 1-lane highway. And the reason for that is that the highways tend to have more difficult a time when going up bridges. Let's do it this side. And so we're going to try and check that we can get this. Should be able to do it here, up 1 level like so. We're now going to run this all the way across. We want this to be about 76 meters. That should be fine. Maybe let's go to 80 meters. The reason for that is we are going to want to have space for a road going underneath, and we also need space to turn under them. Now at this point we are going to start our turn. You're not going to want to do this in parallel. Well, you can, but I prefer having a little bit more control. And so I'm going to go to 32 degrees. Make sure that you're in the curve tool, and then we're going to curve this 90 degrees. Then on this side, I'm going to go straight for an extra 10, 12 meters should be fine. And then we're going to do the same. We're going to grab our tool, curve tool. We're going to turn it into here. From here, we're going to place a single piece, 16 meters, and it should be 180 degrees. We want it to be parallel to this road. We're going to do the same here as well, but we will want it to go slightly further. And this time we're going to go another 32 with the curve mode, but this time we're going to bring it down, and it should go down at 32 meters. You can then do the same on this side, like so. And from here, this one is just going to turn straight into this road at whatever distance we want. Let's say 100 meters. And we're going to, for this one, want to have another lane. Let's use the lane tool for this one. I'm just going to run this under here. So it's one grid from the bridge. And we're going to connect this highway that's going to the right with this. And so we've got the interchange, the little circle bit here. Obviously you can spend more time trying to make this work, but this is just a quick and simple version for you. And then from here, we're going to run this just to there. Before we start changing all of the directions, now we need to sort out the lines coming on and off of here. So we're going to grab our lane tool again, and we're going to run this so that we have 2 spaces either side, and then our line. This is going to run using the curve tool. We're going to run this to the same point as this junction here. We'll do the same here as well. Obviously, you can change this to your own personal preference. We can now place our highway. We'll have a 2-lane going up here and a 2-lane going up here. And I want to make sure that we've got a little bit of space in between, just so that the connection looks a little bit cleaner. From here, we're going to have our curve tool selected again, and we're going to run the left-hand side into here, and the right-hand side is going to go up into there. Do the same on this side. Next, let's talk about directions. If we have this lane, oh, this is left-hand drive. I've mixed this up. Okay, let me just quickly swap this around before everyone gets confused. Here we're going to want to have this slip road going off and running to here. And subsequently, this one will be going down and connecting here as well onto a 2-way road. We're now going to make sure we've done the same on this road. We want this flowing into the highway, and this one is going to cross as well, heading onto this road. And there you go. It's a simple trumpet junction for you. And for our Brits, here is the direction of the traffic. Great, now we're going to move on to the partial clover, or my take on the partial clover. If you are enjoying this, if you find this helpful, guys, please do let me know in the comments below, and also do hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see more of when it comes to Cities Skylines content on this channel. I'm going to now prep this. We'll be right back. This here is the partial clover intersection that comes with the intersections that you can see here. There are a series of great intersections that they have available, but this one I'm not too keen on. And the reason for that is, you see, we grab our road here, we can see the directions. We have some vehicles crossing over from the right and the left into here, and vice versa. So they're going to have to be giving way to each other, which could potentially cause a traffic jam if it's a particularly high traffic area. So we're going to avoid that by building our own, and it's going to look considerably different. So getting started with this partial clover, we're going to, where we want our junction, we're going to bring a road down 24 meters, and then we're going to bring this across 72 meters. The reason for that, we just pop that in there, you can see here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grids here. And that's going to be really useful for us. From here, we're going to grab our larger road, and you'll notice that if we click where it says overlapping items, providing we're going across, we're going to be fine. And we're going to place that just the other side at 80 meters. The next bit that we're going to do is we're going to bring this road down. Now that's going to take 56 meters either side. And then we're going to run this another 56. Now, why not? We can pretend this is going off to one side of our city and this one the other. So 56 for a junction and then a little bit further along. At this point, we can delete these. Is that straight? Nope. It's not. Typical. Now that I've fixed my little wonky road there, we're going to jump over and grab ourselves our gravel lane. And from here, we're going to place a gravel lane. So we're 5 blocks up at the moment. We're going to go across at 56 meters with the curve tool. And we're going to curve this down 56 meters. So we get a nice 90-degree turn there. And we're going to do the same on this side as well. So this is giving us a nice mirrored look. At this point, do mark where your halfway point is, as it'll make this snapping point easier to find. And we're going to grab the curve tool again. We're going to run this down 56 meters and then connect it. So it's about 56 meters to the junction of the highway. We're going to do the same down here, 56. And then across, and I kind of want to parallel this, so I'll actually, I think that's probably about 51 meters. Yeah, that looks pretty close. And we'll do the same on this side as well. Next, we want to take this right-hand bottom side. This is going to go up 57 will do, and we're going to run this around about 56. We're going to do the same up here as well. You can now delete these little marker points. And then from here, we're going to grab the straight tool. And we're just going to run this all the way into this junction here. Try and keep that as straight as possible. There we are. And we are now ready to upgrade the direction of this. Now, because this is a road that automatically has its directions on it, I can't show you this as a left-hand drive version. You'll just have to mirror this. But we're going to grab our single 1-lane highways. We're going to place one going on here. You can use a 2-way should you wish. Not 2-way, 2-lane. We're going to do one going off to the left and one going off to the right. This section here is going back onto the highway, so we're going to need to have a 1-way road in this direction. And next we're grabbing the 2-lane 2-way highway. We're going to place it there. So this is going to allow vehicles to go onto this junction, but also to come off of this road onto the highway. And we're going to repeat that on this side as well. And then down here, we're going to want to go to road services, and we're going to remove the straight on for this road. And we're also going to say no left-hand turn. We're also going to do no left-hand turn on this side. And this is just going to stop any excess vehicles crossing paths that we don't need. We'll do the same here. And you can place a no left-hand turn here if you're, for some reason, this isn't a sharp enough corner and it allows this highway to turn back on itself. There are 2 more things left to do. The first is to remove any of these crosswalks. You're not really going to want people crossing over a highway. So for me, in order to keep the traffic flow high, we're removing that. Maybe consider having a pedestrian crossing if that's what you want to do. And the next thing that we want to do, just to make it as easy as possible, is we're going to grab this 5-lane asymmetric road. We're going to upgrade this lane here. So we have 2 lanes able to go straight on, plus this one turning to the right. And we're also going to do the same, but in the opposite way here, so that we have this lane merging onto this road and these 2 can head over here. And we'll do the same on the other side. And just to make it slightly wider, we're adding that little barrier in between. So there you are. That is the partial Clover junction that we've done, which is pretty simple to do. and very useful in your cities. I'm just going to decorate this now, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more, let me know what you'd like to see in the comments below. Until next time, special thanks does go to all of our supporters on Patreon, most notably our Solarclipse patrons, James Owen, Firefless, and Trebor, as well as our Lunas, the Calamity, Ben, Star, and that dude AW, as well as our Blood Moon of the day, which today is the Salchin Husky. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.